Good day and welcome back to Elementary 72 Gaming. I'm back with another episode with another Tower of God lore video. But this time the lore is going to be quite simple. I'm actually going to touch on one of the characters who is a possibility to show up for this crazy battle in the nest. Now there is a reason why I'm focusing so heavy on the nest, because I believe this fight is about to wind up like insane levels of wind up. We know Evan Cal's team is unbelievably powerful. There's no reason for us to watch her fight. So we might not get to watch her fight as she goes through all the prisons. However, on the side of the others, their prison fights were quite interesting, and we're going to get to watch some really interesting fights on that side. But there is something more important. When it comes to the fight that's going to most probably be the end, because White is taking on Balm, and we know White is crazy high ranker level, so we know Balm is going to fight him efficiently. He's actually going to pull out the stops and he's actually going to fight. He's not going to hold back like he has been all this time. We're going to see double Thorn Balm with Soul Ignition fighting White. So crazy levels of fight are going to be experienced by White just now. So let's go on to the next part with what I think we're going to see for the story. So after all of this, there's going to be the whole rescue Jinsung story, which is going to be the final piece to whatever is going to happen. And since it's rescuing of Jinsung Ha, there is one other person who might have a reason to show up here, and it's the person who I think has the most to gain from showing up here, because it's really important to a family that this individual stays alive. Yurin Ha, the head of the Ha family, or Ha Yurin, whichever way you want to say it. She might be the person to show up at this point, and the reason is quite simple. Jinsung Ha is her grandson. They're threatening to kill him. He is really beloved by the family head. They also basically threatening Yuri Ha on the other side, and I don't think that she can stand much more of this. She knows that Yuri has the intention to break all the rules for the princess program, so she's not really all that worried about it. But nonetheless, when it comes to this intervention, I can see a lot of reasons for her to show up. And it's mainly because Jinsung Ha is the prisoner. If it was somebody else, she wouldn't really be a choice. But her showing up right now would really throw a wrench in the works for everything that Jahad might hope for later down the line. The 10 Great Family movements are not something that I think he can see. It would be something beyond the power of Jahad. So yeah, this is somebody who could show up, somebody who could upset the balance of the story and push us to higher levels of chaos. So let's talk about what we can guess is going to be the prime fighting points. Yurin Ha jumps into the fight at the point where Balm gets into rescue Jinsung, and Balm, being tired from killing White, because I suspect White is going to be dead, is fighting Mashni, and Mashni is behaving like a normal crazy self, and she's trying to kill Jinsung Ha in front of Balm. That's the whole point, because she knows Balm is tired, and even though he's putting up a fair amount of fight, she knows she can still beat him without much of an effort. And as she's about to kill Jinsung Ha, as I'm suspecting is going to happen, bam! Somebody unexpected shows up with this tremendous aura of power, and we're getting Yurin Ha. Then it's going to be Yurin Ha helping Balm for a little bit, and she's going to see why Yuri did what she did. She's going to feel the way that it is. She's going to see her grandson in a terrible state. She's going to release him. She's going to feel sorry for him. I'm expecting that much. She's going to shout him a little bit about what he did in the past and how he shouldn't have done it. But we're going to get a little bit of that story coming out of her. We'll see tears down her face. We'll get to see her for real this time. And after that the whole fight will move on to hyperdrive, basically. All of a sudden, Evan Cal is dead. I'm suspecting Evan Cal is going to get killed, and local VR family head is going to pop out of nowhere, and we're going to see chaos reign in this place. And all of a sudden, Yurin is going to jump up, and we're going to see Yurin versus local VR. It's going to be a massive fight, unbelievable. People are just going to die with the impacts on them. We saw two high rankers go at it, and the devastation was so bad that light bearer needed to hold off the damage and was still damaging the entire fleet that they had over there. But nonetheless, I expect this to be what we're going to see. This is going to be on another level altogether. And when they're fighting with each other, I just think things are going to go out of control. No administrator to stop them. I don't think an administrator is foolish enough to stop one of the irregulars after what Andrew did. And we're going to see this massive fight going down between these two. And it's going to look like all things are in the favor of Yurin for a bit. And then all of a sudden things will turn for the worse. It has to go that way. And Jin Sang-ha is going to be drained. Basically, he's been in this captive state for very long. And Bam is going to do his regular thing, trying to save everybody. And he's going to try and jump in to help. But when he does this here, things are going to look even worse, like he's about to die. And we're going to get our first sign of Red Rain. The sign of Andrew. Andrew will enter for a little bit and he'll disappear. Like I've always said, I don't think Andrew is going to stick around at this point. It's just going to be his first show up, like what we had with Yurik. When Yurik first showed up, he didn't speak much, he didn't do much. He just toyed with them a little bit and then he just disappeared from the fight. And he really was shocked that he actually got a cut from Bam. So yeah, that's what I'm expecting us to see. A real Titanic fight right there at that point. Sorry, losing my voice a little bit. And we're going to get to see all this craziness go down, and Bam's side is now going to have some real power to it. We're going to have the Ha family helping him. We're going to have Gustang as a possible ally on the side, possibly a final enemy after Jahad. Or, that sly friend enemy who you have, who you don't know whether you can trust him. That's going to be the role for Gustang. But nonetheless, that's how I'm seeing things go for the foreseeable future past this point. And that's where things are going to go for this craziness in the fight. We're then going to have the whole craziness that befalls the situation where they've now declared that war has started with the great families fighting each other, as the remaining branches of the Lokovia family who are still alive end up engaging the Ha family, and things will start going more and more crazy. Yurin Ha will speak to Bam for a little bit, explain what's going on with Yuri, and that's going to be the kickstart for the princess arc, which would make a ton of sense. She'll tie in perfectly between the two arcs, which is my justification for believing she's going to be our pop-up family head. I said Gustang does have a reason he needs to keep Bam alive, so there is a possibility for him to show up, but this is the most likely candidate on my candidates list. Gustang only needs Bam for one or two purposes. He needs him to kill Jahad at the end so that the last floor is open. Other than that, I don't see a reason for Gustang to want to help Bam. So yeah, that's about it. I don't see any reason for him to intervene at the moment, or try to even intervene. This is outside of his jurisdiction, and I don't think he's stronger than the Lokovia family head. Yurin Ha is stronger than the Lokovia family head, but when you're fighting a person with home ground, with home field advantage, and all the weapons at their disposal, you don't really stand that much of a chance, even if you are stronger. So yeah, that's what I suspect is going to happen. And that's why she is my best pick for who we're going to run into right now. She will be the second of the family heads who we run into in the story, and she's going to have the biggest part to play moving on from here. So I hope that I am right with my guess over here. I hope that it is her who shows up, and I hope that we have a ton of fun from this point forward. So see you all in the next one, and have a good day.